Hello, everyone. Since this is the summer solstice, either yesterday, today, or tomorrow, depends on a bunch of things. But I just went off the calendar as well as the full moon. I decided to do another tarot, moonology, stones, whatever kind of chat for a little bit today. I've also noticed that I don't think I've ever did any talk about my tarot decks. I have a few, but thanks to all my lovely writing sprints, I don't have as many as I thought I did. Anyhow, when I first started collecting tarot, I wrapped them up in cloth. Then I shifted to all these beautiful colored bandanas. I have a few of them. So I thought, hey, I don't put them all in my hair, so I'm just going to start using them for my tarot. And I had them in handmade draw bags, which I have one over here. I made them up in this color, and a green, a purple. Then I decided I'm going to switch it up again because you know me, I like to change things up a lot. So I put them in these cute little zipper pouches. And then I decided I don't really know if I really like them all in these little bags. So I got to the dollar store and got these cute little wooden boxes. I have two. This one's a perfect size. It's a little bit bigger than the deck. Like, see? It's a little bit bigger. So it has perfect place for crystals. This one's just a broken up, crackled crystal that I got at one of the numerous rock shows. Okay, so and then that will go from later. So thank you again for showing up. I'm Miranda from Miranda's Cauldron. I usually host writing sprints. I used to sprint on Saturday, noon Eastern, 1 Eastern kind of deal. But the last couple of months have been it's been crazy at my house. So it seems to be settling down a little bit. So I'm hoping to be able to go back to more of a regular sprint time. I also would love to be able to come and do this once a month. And hello, Mama Maggie. Hello. So I'm going to just shuffle this deck. This is the book that came with it. It's called the Gilded Tarot Deck. It's relatively easy to learn with this deck. The pictures are pretty good, as well as the explanation helping kind of guidebook is pretty awesome too. So I'm going to shuffle up the cards. And just as a little side note, I tend to not read them upside down. I just read them up straight. That's just me. And I remember when I was in my 20s, maybe even 19, my sisters and I had a deck of tarot cards. And we just played around with them, just like kids, kind of like what we do with the Ouija board with our cousins. But the Ouija board, let's just say I will never, ever use a Ouija board again. And to this day, my cousins and I still remember what happened when we were in our grandparents' basement. We found this Ouija board, which I found out decades later, belonged to my aunts. So I guess Ouija and tarot and witchcraft and Wicca and all that kind of stuff has been passed down secretly through the generations. And when we were using this Ouija board, shall we say shadows started appearing on the wall, and we ran up those stairs so fast, and it was a very long time since any of us went down to the basement alone. Okay, so I'm going to take the top card, the Fool. I'm sorry, the Hanged Man. And then I'm going to cut it in half or thereabouts. And we get the Death card. I don't know. Some people are afraid of the Death card. I think it's a great card. For me, it's just rebirth. Try new things, a new chapter in your life. So that way, kind of like a door closes and another one opens. But we'll go back to the Hanging Man. He's upside down looking at things has 4 different perspective on your questions, your life, just things in general. Those are my interpretations. We'll look up the book, The Hanging Man, which is number 7. And of course, it's at the back of the deck, back of this book. Okay, here we have the cheat sheet. Let's see what it says. The Hanged Man, understanding different perspective, self-sacrifice. So a lot of what I commented before. And the Death card for here, which is it's just the next one, number 13. Major change, transformation. So those are the 2 cards. I guess I do know better than I thought. So we'll just put those 2 cards up in my new tarot holder. And I will bring out the moonology cards. This is the deck of the box that it came in. I like these type of boxes with the lid, so I can just easily put them together. The deck that came in with this deck, it must have been, I want to say, close to 20 years ago when I got this deck. It came in one of those flimsy, like playing cards deck, and I just threw it out. Don't know why. I guess that's what you do when you're younger. Mama Maggie's comments, pretty cards, yes. And her comment is a lot of change in redirection coming to you. Yes, definitely. That's what I'm kind of hoping with my new, since I'm feeling better. I figured out, thanks to a workshop I did last weekend, that it wasn't depression that was slipping in. It was actually burnout, which made a lot more sense, because before I used to write and do things after supper, which is like between 6 and 8 my time, that I used to do a lot of writing or journaling or just playing with my cards. But lately, I've just wanted to watch TV and read. I'm a slow reader, but I like to read, and I can go to bed for hours and just read. Another comment. Rachel, hello. So, yes, I'm trying to do a little bit more between the tarot, the streaming, posting more on Instagram. I've actually just posted a few new things, so that's been fun. So I will draw the moonology manifestation deck. And the backs are so pretty. I love the triple moon. That is what I have in my tarot holder now. So I'll just shuffle these up. And before I do that, I'll switch my banner, or actually add a banner. There we go. I'm not using the mystical cats today. I'm using the Seekers, the Light Seers, but I do have the Witches Tarot deck handy if anyone wants me to draw their card from that afterwards. So I'm shuffling these. And I'm going to just break it in half or so. And this is the card I got. Still kind of used to the whole where to hold them. New moon in Libra, know you are loved. And let's see what the book says for any extra things. Okay, your manifestation affirmation. Love makes my world go around. This card is especially good sign for matters related to romance, a job interview, or any important relationships. Interesting. So that is that card. And a comment. My eldest took my mystical cat stack and it lives in her room now. Oh, that is so sweet. I got my mystical cat deck from, I can now say, the other grandma. My son and his wife had their baby girl a couple weeks ago. And so that's kind of fun. When my daughter was little, she was more into runes. And she even had her very own collection. And then that's when she was like preschool, like she was like 3-4 kind of deal. And then when she got older, was able to read and write, she had her own deck of tarot, just some mini ones, because her hands were so little, there was no way she could actually hold a regular size tarot card. And she wrote it all up in her little notebooks. But when she moved away from home, she left all that stuff behind. So anyhow, I will do the next one is the cat wisdom cards. And yes, if you're more of a dog person, you can get them for dogs as well, which is cute. I used to, growing up, I was just a dog mom. I was never going to have cats. Cats were nice, but not in my house. And we moved to rural Saskatchewan, and the farmhouse came with 5 cats. So they just kind of wormed their way into my heart. And I just can't imagine not having them. And yes, I probably have too many, but when you live out in the country and you have lots of mice and sadly predators and so close to the road, I've lost a few. But anyhow, that was sad. We'll do the cat wisdom cards. And this one's sticking out, so I'll just use this one. And it is trust. Nice little orange kitty. And extra information with the trust card. I like this booklet because it's in alphabetical order, so it's easy to find. If you're feeling torn about which direction to take, it is time to make a decision. Both paths will be challenging and rewarding, so choose one and trust that whichever one you choose will be the right for you. It is time to move forward. Yes, move forward in so many different ways. Comment about kitties. We're giving away 5 kittens right now because their daddy was the neighbor's long-haired, and the youngest is allergic to all of them. Oh, no. Yeah, we have, so far this summer, we have now 5 kittens, and one of them is more of it's a longer hair, so I'm in a lot of orange and other colors in it, so we're going to be keeping that one. And our mostly inside cat, she had a litter of 4, and 2 black ones are going to be going to a little girl, 2 sisters when they get a little bit older. Intact. Oh, we have no intact males. We need to get ours fixed. Our males. We don't take them to the vet here. Just a farmer comes around that has done it with all their cats. So we have a few that needs to be done. The 3 youngest ones won't leave for 2 months. Yeah, that's the thing. Like the mother called to see if we had any kittens because she got one last summer, And I said, well, they're only about 3 weeks old. And she said, oh, can they leave their mother yet? And I went, no, they have to be around for like at least 6 to 8 weeks. So, yeah. 8 kittens. Aw. And the next deck I'll use is the Light Seers. Here's a cute little story. My friend, other grandma, she must have known I was looking for this tarot deck thanks to a certain Heart Breathings Writing Community and Sarah Cannon's chats that it was suggested. So I picked them up. And so I got these ones just in a cute little box, but they didn't have a book with them. So I'm just I've been using them and just guessing at what they would be, using my other decks I have as a guideline. And then I found this cute little pocket deck with this little kit, like the tin, and it came with the book. The book is like super tiny. So I will draw the Light Seer of the larger size. And let's see what this comment says. The Light Seer is pretty. Yeah, they're so pretty. They're like, there's no border around them, and all the other cards I have are like little borders. But this is like, there is none. And the paint, they look like paintings. They're so cool. And since I've got the book, there's a little, let me see, just look. We have the Light Seer information and the Shadow Seer. I'm thinking that the shadow is when it comes up upside down, or just if you want to rather read the shadow. And they even have a little inspiration, like, for example, this one I've just flipped through, is the Devil, and it says, in the darkness, I am free to heal everything. So another interesting how some people are afraid of the Devil card and the Death card and just tarot cards in general. So I'm shuffling the larger deck of the two. And I'm just going to draw one I'll cut it about a third in. And I got the King of Cups. Something about the kings and queens and knights and pages, they keep appearing. And I don't know them well enough as the other ones. But I do, this one's just from my own. And it's Cups is with emotions. And the king usually represents some older male figure in your life, in your past, whichever. So maybe this is trying to tell me there's an emotional man in my life. Interesting. But I'm going to pick out the book and see what it says. Because I'm still, this book is so tiny. But it's got a lot, like all the information you need. It's just smaller. So for the Light Seer, the keywords: love, emotional, patience, stability, and balance, creativity. That's just a few. And the little saying that goes with it could be an affirmation. My heart holds deep wisdom and love, and I use it to connect and lead. So that is for that card. I'll just place it up with the rest. And for the larger deck of these ones, I put them in this little bag. Isn't that cute? And when I got that from the same friend, it was a huge chunk of moonstone. No, not moonstone. It was the honey citron, which is so pretty. I have quite a few chunks of that stone. And I was at one rock show, and I couldn't find any of this one. Like, I've got the different colors. I think I have a blue one and a pink one and a green one. and they didn't have any of the honey ones, that one, because they're my favorite. So what I ended up getting, which I can't seem to find on my desk of rocks, is I may have a little bit of an obsession with stones, but it was a polished one, and it just wasn't the same. Comment. Well, you have change and restructuring, so maybe a strong emotional and creative guide is what you need. That is true. That totally makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to take a sip of water with all this talking. And it is true. Once you start using YouTube and doing live streams, you get more comfortable talking. So this will be my last one. And this is the other moonology deck, the Oracle cards. That's the box it comes in. And I'll just do the same. I'll just shuffle it up and see what pops out. I'll do this one. Third quarter moon. Adjustments are required. Oh my goodness, all these cards are like Jenna would say, talking to each other. So that's for that deck. And let's see what that book says. I have to find the book first. Third quarter moon. Okay. Oh, here we go. Attuned to the moon. I am reevaluating the situation. Additional meaning for this card. Your life may be out of balance, and this may be causing your issues. It may be time to catch a whole new plan. Well, it is the beginning of the second half of 2024. Something new and exciting is around the corner. Trust may be required to move this situation forwards. Interesting. And just as a little bit of a side note, I do childcare now, 4 days a week, and it's coming into the summer break. And while I haven't had a child under the age of, I think the oldest is 11, in about 12 years. So it's going to be interesting them being here all day, when most days they will be arriving between 6:30 and 7 in the morning and be here about 4:30 to 5:30, depends on the day. So I'm trying to think of different ideas to keep them busy and off their iPads, even though I know some days I'm on my laptop a lot, but I'm not just watching TV and playing games. I'm chatting with friends like my son would do when he was playing, well, he still does, Xbox when he was younger, because he's also hanging out with friends, which is what I do a lot of the time. And I know for sure both at Rachel and Mama Maggie does host writing sprints as well. And today, Melissa, I cannot pronounce her last name, but it's not Mel. She's hosting a sunrise to sunset writing sprint over in her channel. So when I'm done here, I'm going to pop back over there and try to get some writing done for the evening. I have a chapter that I've had handwritten and I'm working on since November. Okay, so that is it for my cards. Mama Maggie has a comment. All the cards are falling into a theme. Yes, that they are. A whole new plan. Yuppers, this sounds right in line. Exactly. And for me, I remember back in the first quarter, back in January, December, when I started HB90 with Sarah Cannon, that I thought I would be able to finish my revisions of one of my books. It's only 18 chapters. It might be like 70,000 words. So it's not really that big. Well, the end of April, I finished the revisions from the first round. And then I had to go back because I ended up getting an extra beta reader halfway through. So I decided I'm just going to finish the first round and then go back and check out her comments. And it's been pretty interesting. I don't know why I waited this long. Guess because I just wasn't ready. So anyhow, so I decided, well, maybe at the end of the year I'll have it published by, because it's not done yet, and it's already almost end of June. So do either one of you want a moonology card set drawn for yourself or a tarot card? Just write it down in the comments and I'll draw a card for you. Hello, Kay. We're just finishing up the tarot chat. I drew both the moonology cards, 2 different tarot decks, cat wisdom. Okay, so Rachel, what would it be? Tarot of which one? Or moonology card or a cat wisdom? Today's been a long day. Cat wisdom. Cat wisdom for... Okay, I am not used to the... Okay, well, the moonology one. Okie dokie. So we will do the manifestation card. And when I'm drawing it in the morning for myself, when I draw it the next day, I don't put this card back in. So you won't get that one. That card is null and void for this session. Make sure I put it back in here. So moonology one. And I'm just gonna, oh, this one's sticking out. So I'll draw this one, and it is, ooh, this one's a good one for you. Why am I calling you Adams? Rachel? A full moon in Capricorn. Take a reality check. So let's see what the extra card says for that. Here's the card. Full moon in a Capricorn. Okay, your manifestation affirmation. The only way out is through. Manifesting mindset. The great thing about knowing what stands between you and your goal is that you can do something about it. And again, goal setting, which is perfect because the end of the quarter is coming up. And we have Rachel. Oh, my sign, and it's a full moon. Oh, that is so cool. My daughter's the Capricorn. Early Capricorn. Okay, so we'll go back to Kay, and she has requested cat wisdom. So when I drew the cards earlier, we got the trust card, so that won't be in the deck. And you're welcome, Rachel. Oh, so Mama Maggie's full moon in Capricorn is my life and my birth moon. That's pretty freaky. Okay, so this one's kind of sticking out. So the gift of giving. Cute little white kitty with her babies. And the extra information with that card. The gift of giving is a gift that gives back. We often receive just as much by giving as the person to whom we give. But be careful not to give so much of yourself that there's nothing left for you. You'll be left feeling drained and lack of energy. Very, very true, because, well, we all know we can't give from an empty cup. And we need our breaks. And self-care, even if it is just hanging out and drawing tarot cards. Okay. Let's see a comment from Mama Maggie. I pulled my cards from the Marigold Tarot. They were telling me to not beat myself up for falling behind my plans because change happens when chaos happens. That is very true. Kind of like when with the tower, when it explodes, it's just another way of reconstructing. Capricorn babies, yes, lots of them. Another comment. Actually, I was born on a waning crescent, but my life has been so crazy that it feels like it was a full moon. But I guess technically I was born on the way to a full moon. I remember when we went to one of the local fairs and they were selling those little full moon, like the moon pennants of when you were born under. And mine was not quite full, but pretty close to a full. And one of my kids, I think my oldest, was born under a new moon. That is exactly what this is, self-care and rest. I have to bounce, but was curious. Thank you, Kay. See you later. Hopefully when I don't have to get up at 6:30 in the morning, because who wants to do anything but go back to sleep, I might actually get to one of your sprints. So, thank you so much for popping in. And let's just say this one was one of my favorite tarot streams. The last two that I did, I think I might have had like one other person and they left. So it's been nice that there's been actually people to date. So thank you all for coming, and hopefully I will be doing tarot again closer to the full moon for next month. And we'll just see how things go. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye. Oh, we've got a comment. Just as I was going to sign out. The upside down chariot and tarot are the 10 and 8s with the 8 of 10s of wands, all of which appeared in my equinox pull. I like the chariot and the tower. The wands are fun too. Good reminder for UK. Yes, that is true. The cards do talk to us. So, well, that is it. I'm going to sign out and go back to Melissa's live writing sprint. And blessed evening to you as well. Bye-bye.